Hi, friends. I'm so happy that you're here for part of the pack today because I have a fabulous guest whom I've never met in person, Erin Tomlinson, but I can't
You
wait
need
to
to stop.
introduce, right? Because we're Insta friends.
That's
And
right.
I love that we are chatting in this way today because you are one of my favorite friends on the gram. I live for your entrepreneurial spirit. You are a fabulous wife and mama. You have the coolest perspective, and you manage to juggle it all in such a funny way. Like you're always showing the humor behind everything. So I'm excited for you to be here today. I can't wait to chat with you.
Thank you for having me. There's no place else I'd rather be. I could be at
Ooh.
the grocery store, but I'm like, no, you know what? I got to show up for this today. I shaved my legs for this. I mean, this is
Wow.
like big time.
That is big time. So I mentioned that we're friends from Instagram, but one of the reasons we found each other, I don't know if you remember, we took a class together, like an Insta class
Hmm.
for
Hmm.
growth. And I think part of the reason you were doing that is because of your side hustle, right?
Hmm.
Will you tell us
Yep.
about that?
So I started with Beauty Counter about 4 years ago, and I had little kids. And a girlfriend of mine, we were drinking margaritas, and she said, "You really should look at this business." And at the time, I was working full time, but I wasn't really satisfied with my job. And I knew the job that I still have actually, is one where there's layoffs, there's instability. You don't know if you're really going to have a job in a year or not. So, and I saw other people that I was working with have a lot of anxiety around that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I wanted to have a backup plan. And I didn't really know if Beauty Counter would be that, or if it was just, just something that I could do on the side. My husband hunts and has plenty of hobbies. I needed something to do,
Yeah.
in my spare time with my two little kids. But um, it turned out to be a really awesome outlet for me that has grown tremendously, bigger than I ever anticipated. But the whole reason I was in that class was absolutely to grow my following on Instagram and just really get out the word that there are products out there that are safer to use. And I didn't really realize, I was kind of ignorant. Yeah, I was kind of ignorant to the fact that it's it, I thought if you went and bought something at Target, why would it be dangerous, or why would there be ingredients in there that would be harmful? So fast forward 4 years later, I have a team that spans the United States. I have, I just love all the products, and I love talking about them. And it's just been a fun ride.
But Erin, you do it in such an easy, non-judgmental, you're not pressuring anybody. That's what I love about following your account in particular, because there are a lot of MLMs and different companies that the people on Instagram or on any sort of platform, they're there kind of hawking their product all the time. And that's all you're getting from their feed. You
Mhm.
do such a beautiful job of saying, hey, I've got this beauty counter business. It's doing really well. Here are some of the super cool products. But also, I'm really funny. I love drinking Prosecco and I have a fabulous family. It's a nice, well rounded offering that you have that makes you a really fun follow. And you can also tell that you're just a genuine, authentic, kind human. And that's where I would say that Beauty Counter didn't draw me in, you drew me in because you are just, I love the memes you share. All of your content is so fun. But then I learned a lot and eventually bought from you because I thought you were such a cool person. But then discovered all the benefits of Beauty Counter because you kind of subtly put those in. It's like, oh, shoot, I do need to be getting this, goodness all over me.
Yeah, you really need to swim in it. It's amazing. But I don't like that. I always want to sell, and I say sell. I mean,
Mhm.
you're following me. I'm never going to pressure anybody or slip in your DMs and
Yep.
hey, you should do this. You should buy this. I always talk to people the way I would want to buy from someone. I don't want it to be a hard sell. Ick. It's just icky.
What's the secret of that? How do you manage to put your business in front of everybody's eyeballs, but also still show up uniquely you every day on Instagram? Is it exhausting? Is it easy? Tell us your secrets.
Is it exhausting? Some days are exhausting because I can't come up with the content, but there's other days where, um, you know, like I said, it's part of my life. My
Mhm.
kids use it. So when I'm using it with my kids, it's like snap a pic, post it to Instagram. I don't want it to be anything super staged. I just want it to be us. And the
Yeah.
gal who has taken some photos for me really captures who we are. And I
Mhm.
love that. It's not, Olin Mills photo shoot where, there's a picture of me and like a shadow of my children up here. We're doing something fun. We're dancing. I mean, this is like what we do in our real life, when we're home. Um, I don't overthink it.
Mhm.
And there was a point where I would think like, oh, what if somebody doesn't like this? Or, am I going to get any likes on this? I kind of ditched that. And I'm going to put this content out there. And if you don't like it, you can just boop, boop, scroll right on by. You don't have to stop. You don't have to stay. If it's something you like, great. And, this year aside, I need levity. I need humor. And I feel if there's something that I can laugh at, if I get a good belly laugh out of, you and other people might need a little bit of that too. I can't
Sure.
take myself too seriously. It
What do you think
doesn't work.
2021 will bring in terms of side hustles, in terms of, putting that out into the social circles? What does that look like this coming year?
So I have some pretty big goals, and I actually started another business before Thanksgiving. It's
Wow.
called it's called Lazy Susan. And so it's those charcuterie boards.
Yes.
We put it all together for you so that you can impress your mother-in-law who's never impressed by anything and just show up with this board and you're ready to go. I
And
mean,
do you ship these? Is this local to where you live in Wisconsin?
yeah, so it's basically just in the Madison area right now. I
Okay.
don't know how that's going to look in a
Mhm.
year. We've talked about doing some Zoom tutorials and sending product out. But for the time being, we're just having a little fun styling those and, making people's life easier. I don't like to
Lazy
use the B
Susan.
word because everybody's busy, right? If I say I'm busy, is that, it kind of takes away, you're busy too. We
Yes.
breathe, we're busy. But if I can make your life easier, that's, that's a score.
So, have you always had this entrepreneurial spirit? You've got the beauty counter side hustle. Now you have Lazy Susan, plus your work, plus you're a mom, plus you're a wife, and lots of other things going on. Is that something that's just always been inside you? Is it new because of the pandemic? What is it?
So I think I've always been drawn to being my own boss.
Mhm.
I'm pretty bossy, but I can manage myself, right? And I don't like when other people tell me what to do. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know where that came from. My dad had rental properties growing up, so we did a lot of cleanup for that, or we did painting, and that was the money that paid for our college.
Yeah.
So it's always, then he got into real estate. I don't know how to describe it, but I have a ton of ideas.
Mhm.
And I, my husband probably will curse me out if I come up with anything else, but I like to be busy.
Mhm.
I like to have a full plate. My plate might be bigger than everybody else's, and that's cool. I want to keep moving. I'm alive. I'm healthy. I think I have some things to give, and I just want to do that. That's
How
it.
is that with your children? I mean, first of all, I think what a wonderful example for your kids of a mom who is hustling and happy doing it. I don't see you complaining about the B word. I see you celebrating it. So, how is that though with them? Does that take away time from them or do you involve them with what you're doing?
So okay, so I mentioned earlier, I don't have a ton of hobbies. Do I go out with girlfriends for wine sometimes? Sure. Is it as much as I'd like? No, because we all have stuff to do, right? So this gives me a way to get together with people and
Mm,
still make money. I
sure.
can entertain people. We can do a nighttime routine with Beauty Counter. I can spend time with my girlfriend as we put together these cheese boards and solve all the world's problems.
Mhm.
As far as my kids are concerned, they get involved. We do, I've partnered with the Barcode and other businesses where we do little like swag bag type of things.
Mhm.
And so we'll put those all together.
It's
you
so
know, and we talk a little bit about it. And, you know, it's funny because I've done Facebook Lives, I've done some other
Mhm.
things on video. And now I see my daughter. She loves being in front of the camera. She loves presenting things.
I
It's the
saw what she was
cutest thing.
doing yesterday. It was adorable.
Yeah,
Where
putting
she was
together a
doing like an
puzzle.
unboxing. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, this is the puzzle. This is the, you know, ice cream. I mean, she gets a kick out of it. And I love it too. I don't want, I don't want, I want you to be able to do whatever you want to do when you grow up. If you
Mhm.
want to, you know, work at Target selling jewelry, God bless. But if you want to do something for yourself, this is how you do it. And you got to work hard, you know?
A great message. What about
Yeah.
for all of us, for anybody who might be watching who's thinking about a side hustle? What advice do you have to get started?
So for me, I, or, you know, for others actually, I think put together a business plan.
Mm.
Is there a need for it? Is this going to be something even on your tiredest of days, you're still going to want to put the effort in
Mhm.
and map it out. Talk to people that are already doing it. You know, with Beauty Counter, I always tell people, let's hop on the phone. If this isn't for you, that's great. I just want to address some of the things that might be lurking that you're like, oh, I'd really like to do it, but you know,
Mhm.
how much time do I need to be on camera like Erin is? Do I have like, no, there's 100,000 ways you can do a business
Mhm.
and make it authentically you. You don't, there's plenty of other people out there, but you are unique. You see that all the time, right? That's your
Yeah.
superpower.
Yes,
And
it is
get
though.
that out.
Mhm.
Yeah. Get that out there and share. There's no reason why you have something special. You were given a gift and you might as well share it, whatever it is. It might not be being on camera. Maybe it's taking pictures. Maybe it's, um, you know, doing a charcuterie board business. I have no idea,
Mhm.
but just try. Even if you fail, you will learn so much
So
from
speaking of
that
failures,
experience.
what are some of the obstacles that you have come up against?
So one of the things I never envisioned for my beauty counter business was that it would be this as big as it is. But also I am helping other people that have different personalities than me run a business.
Right.
So some of that is easy and some of it's, you know, I need to kind of meet them where they're at. Do you have a couple hours? You have 20 hours, whatever it is. And just managing different people. I never envisioned, I thought, oh, I'm just going to sell some beauty products. There's going to be
That's what
people
I
like
would imagine.
me.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's
It's
not the case. You're actually a leader also.
right. Which is a definite positive. I
Mhm.
never realized how much I loved watching other people shine and grow and build a business as I it's the coolest thing because you see this fire or on their darkest of days when they don't want to go any further
Mhm.
and then they go the extra couple steps and boom, then they have the
Wow.
success. Yeah.
That has to be
So
so rewarding for you.
I love it. Like I said, I never thought it would be possible that I would have what I have.
Yep.
And it's so cool. That's probably the best part for me. Is not only helping people solve their skin issues. I had
Mhm.
a gal who had raging acne and
Mm.
we were able to get that under control and she's on Instagram.
Wow.
So she was using filters and things and now she doesn't have to. So between that and then helping people build their businesses, it's been ridiculously fun.
Have you had a great response on Instagram? Do you have any trolls or do you have a community of people who are lifting you up and sharing your content and excited to be there? Because you hear a lot about the dark side of social media. I'm wondering if you've experienced that or if you have experienced, the opposite where it's a loving, wonderful community.
So I've had, as you follow on my Instagram, I try to keep things live and upbeat. And I get a lot of really, really, really good positive feedback from that. I really haven't had a lot of negativity. And I try to put out, again, not to sound, like you hear this all the time. I put out what I want to get back.
Yeah.
So if I'm following somebody, even if I'm just saying, hey, John, come to my house and make me a wood-fired pizza or whatever. I'm commenting on other people's things, you know, to get engagement. And I never comment or post or reach out with any expectation. I don't ever, I can't control how other people respond to my content. I
Mhm.
can hope that they like it and message on it and share it with their friends. But the only thing that I have control over is how I put myself out there for other people and show up for them. And that gets noticed. And then people start to come back like, Erin's been here quite a while. What is this bee thing that she's doing? I probably should take a peek. Um,
That was me.
or if I, yeah, exactly. It just,
Erin,
it's
that is
organic.
such a good nugget for all of us, including myself, because you're right. You're putting out what you hope to get back, but you're doing it with no expectation of I want you to buy from me. You're doing it just as a good person. And I have
Right.
to say, I took a sabbatical from all social outlets for the entire summer, and I missed you. I did. I really did. I did.
I was like, wait a minute, did I miss something? I went back and looked at old messages or old posts because I thought, like when there's people that I like that I see and I
Yeah.
don't see,
And that's what I
keep
love
them moving.
about Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, where you cultivate a community of like-minded, wonderful humans whom you really feel connected to. You've done a wonderful job of that too, because when I got back on and I was excited to see what you've been up to, I mean, that tells you right there that you've made a connection and you miss that person. We would be drinking Prosecco in real life, Erin. I know we would.
Oh, oh, 1,000%. And the wood-fired pizzas. Like if you miss the snow or you guys want to come visit, just pack
Uh,
that up and get up here, and we'll be drinking prosecco. No time.
do
No
you have
time.
snow right now?
Yes, and we're supposed to get 9 inches tonight.
Ooh, see, that is exciting. I do miss that. I have to say, it's been 70s here, so we've been outside having the best, time in the sunshine, but a little bit I miss your snow. And it seems like you
How
guys do a
trendy
lot of
some.
thank you.
Mhm,
It seems like
mhm.
you do a lot of outdoorsy activities. I was confused for the longest time because you referred to your husband as your tall boyfriend. And I'm like, shoot, now did they break up? Does she have somebody on the side? What's she doing? What's she doing here? But that's just your sense of humor. And I love that that is you. And that's the fun that you bring to everything. You have such a rose-colored glasses, even though they're, what are they, black today? You
Mhm.
have such a rosy outlook and it's contagious.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot. And that's my goal. And one of the things we joke about that. And a lot of people call him my tall boyfriend now because I've just referenced him as that. And for me, I think it's important to date your spouse 100%.
Mhm.
You can, especially in these hard times, people tend to turn on their husband or boyfriend or whatever.
Mhm.
And I think it's important to remember, or you spend time with your kids. You can't lose sight of your relationship, and you can't stop investing in that. I'm not perfect, trust me. And he'll remind me of things, you know, once in a while. But I do love him to death, and I couldn't do all the things that I do with Beauty Counter, with Lazy Susan, with my full-time job, with the kids, if I didn't have him.
Yeah.
So he knows that I very much
Oh,
appreciate
I love that. That's another good nugget. Date your spouse. How do you do that at home during a pandemic? Do you have any secrets that you'd share with us?
So it doesn't have to be anything. I don't have a marching band come by the house once a month or anything. It's basically if I don't do his laundry,
Yeah.
but I will fold it from time to time. If
Yeah.
it's sitting, I'll fold his laundry. I'll make a meal that I know that he really likes. Or, if he needs to get out of the house, go. I mean,
Yeah.
again, it doesn't have to be anything super, you baked him a 7-layer dip or you baked him a
Yes.
cake. It's little things.
Gestures
Like
that add up.
switches in the middle of the day for no reason.
Yes, I love all of those things. Okay, before I let you get back to your 87 businesses and your family and, and all of that, will you share with me? You sent me this fabulous lip color that I'm wearing that I love
Oh, I
being able
love it.
to wear lip color and like have it be seen because it's normally covered with a mask. But I can't wait to get back to the days where we can just kind of glam for a little bit, right? Do you miss that?
We need that. Oh my God, desperately. I
Yeah,
will wear lipstick at home just because. Like Charlie, my daughter Charlie and I will put on lipstick just because.
just for
We
fun.
need it. We'll do a
Okay,
mask just for fun.
what is the one beauty counter item that everybody needs to try? I have mine. I'll tell mine in a minute, but I'm more
Okay.
curious to hear yours.
The overnight resurfacing peel.
I
So yes, it's amazing. It is one of those. So my tall boyfriend would not like me sharing this, but we did a charcoal mask in the overnight resurfacing peel the other night.
Yeah,
And
a little
he
date.
woke up. Yeah, a little date. It's like, see, again, doesn't have to be anything really crazy. I'm not posting about it on social media, but it did happen. Maybe we did a charcoal mask. We did the overnight resurfacing peel, and he woke up and he was like, "Oh my gosh, my skin is so soft." It just, in the days now where you're kind of stuck at home,
Mhm.
it's winter here. I need a refresh. It helps cell turnover. It's like a facial, but you don't have to do anything.
How
And there's
often
no
do
like,
you use it?
how often? Like
Yeah.
2 to 3 times a week.
Okay. I've been
Yeah.
doing once, so maybe I'll step it up. I love the vitamin C serum.
Oh, that's so good. The combo of those, the
Ooh.
C serum during the day and the overnight resurfacing peel, bananas.
It's just a bottle of sunshine, and it's a
Mhm.
happy, bright yellow bottle, and it goes on so beautifully. I love it.
Well,
So
you are just absolutely adorable and beautiful, and I love that you use that. It's a really, oh,
you're
so
so
good. So good.
so if somebody's thinking about trying Beauty Counter, I'm going to put all of your links below and how to
Okay.
get in touch with you and to follow you on the gram because you're so much fun. But is it difficult to get started? Is it
With
something
beauty,
that, yes, is it something that, say they don't want to sell Beauty Counter, that just like me, they just want to, buy it, but not pressure to be a part of something that, deducts monthly or whatever it is.
oh yeah, the auto ship. No,
Yes.
we don't do that. We don't do
Okay.
that. I think that's something they're gonna do if you want,
Uh-huh.
but I mean,
But you're not
again,
pressured to do it.
no, 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 no. There's a membership program, but again, there's no auto ship. It's like you can get a discount on product. You see?
I just loved it. Yes.
I think he
Shirtless,
has
like my kiddo, always.
yes, yes. I'm surprised he hasn't run by. Little gray.
Yes.
Um, okay, so how to get involved if you just reach out, send me a message.
Okay.
Send me a private message or on Instagram and I'll send you some stuff to try. Again, I'm one of those people, I want you to know that you're going to love it.
Mhm.
And then, if you fall in love, you probably pick up a couple things, but it's never high pressure. I don't have the interest in doing that.
Yeah.
But people have done that to me. People will message me and be like, "Hey, Erica, maybe you should." I'm like, dude, my name. Like, you can't even get my name right. You lost me at Erica. I'm not
Yes,
even
and we're
interested.
done now.
Yeah.
Okay, and leave us with this one last thing, please. I am so into joy triggers. My word of 2021 is eudaimonia. I'm looking for all the joy in all the ways. What
I
about you?
love it.
What's your joy
I saw
trigger?
you say that was your word, and I was like, "What is that one? That's a pretty good one." And then I thought,
Well,
"Oh, my word's gonna be flexible." What are the synonyms for
I
flexible?
like
So it sounds
flexible.
more intense.
Flexible is that's a good goal because
Yeah.
flexibility is tough, but you need to have it, especially with what you're doing.
So I think that is it's pliable. It's
Yeah.
kind of going more with the flow. I used to be very rigid. I had my lists. You know, I got a lot of things going on, so I have to be organized.
Mhm.
But if something doesn't go 100% the way I hoped it to, it's okay.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to die from it. It's
Mhm.
going to be fine. So I think that's my focus is just being a little bit more, flexible and not so rigid.
Good. Oh, you gave me that today and then some. Thank you, Erin. Thank you for spending time with us today.
Thank you. This was so fun.
You are the greatest. I can't wait to see you and your stories later. And I think all of my friends are just going to love you as much as I do.
Aw, thank you so much. You're so sweet.
All
I
right.
appreciate it.
Bye.